Good morning, everybody. Book number 42 is kind of a really special thing because Grandma just ordered this book. It arrived last night, and I read this book for the first time about 5 minutes ago. And I really, really like it. I actually bought it as a present for my cousin Clay, who's going to become a first time grandpa. He's getting little baby Ava sometime in April, and we're pretty excited. But Cousin Clay asked on Facebook, what should the baby call him? And I suggested that the baby Ava should call him Granddude because I remembered hearing not too long ago that Sir Paul McCartney, that's what his grandkids call him, is Granddude. And he just recently started writing books. He's a famous musician, so he's always written a lot of music, more poetry that you sing to. But he wrote his first children's book, and it's called Hey Granddude by Paul McCartney, illustrated by Catherine Durst. And I'm going to take the cover off because since it's a new book, it doesn't want to stay in place. But there's Granddude and his grandchildren. We'll see what all this is going to be about. Hey Granddude. It's got the stars, and that gadget there is called a compass. And if you have one and you get lost while you're outside, it can help you figure out how to get home because it always points north or to the North Star at night. Those of you that have found Polaris and the Big Dipper. Hey, Granddude. And this is kind of an important part of the story, so I'm going to read this postcard from Granddude to all of us. Dear reader, my name is Edward Marshall Sr. I have 4 grandchildren. I call them chillers, and they call me the Granddude. I live in a very normal house on a very normal street, but when my chillers come to stay, we go on adventures that are far from normal. Sometimes things get a little bit out of hand, but everything always works out fine in the end. Come join us on an adventure. Yours sincerely, Granddude. And that's written in something we call cursive. And you guys will learn to write that and read that here when you're a little bit older. These are the 4 chillers. This is Lucy with the golden hair, M with the dark hair, Tom with the short dark hair and glasses, and Bob with the red hair. Kind of reminds me of Tobias and baby Raph and baby Hugo. Lucy and Tom and Em and Bob were spending a weekend with their granddad. Today was one of those days when nothing felt quite right. You see what the weather is doing out there? It was gray and drizzly, and everybody was grumpy and too bored to be bothered. Cheer up, chillers, said Granddude, and he pushed out a pile of postcards from the back pocket of his trousers. Trousers is kind of the fancy way of saying pants. Look at these. See all the little pictures in his hand? I know which one of our family members would like to go there. Em picked out a postcard with a sandy beach and sparkling blue waters. I wish we could go there, Granddude, she said. Let's see what we can do. And Granddude reached into his coat pocket and took out a shiny compass, and he gave the compass a rub and waved it over the postcard. The needle started to spin round and round. See the compass needle spin? Let the magic fun begin. And then, in a flash of magic, zing, bang, sizzle, everything changed. Up, look at Bob. He looks like Uncle Peter and Tobias and Walter running around without his shirt and suit, shoes and socks. The children were standing on a golden beach with little waves tickling their toes. The water felt beautifully cool. We're on a beach from the postcard, Bob laughed as he splashed in the sea. But the magic compass hadn't finished yet. Huge flying fish leapt from the sea. Hey, Granddude, they called. It's a school of flying fish, said Granddude. Come on, chillers. Let's go for a ride. A school? Whispered Lucy. I hope there's no homework. Whoa, that does look like fun. They skimmed across the shimmering blue waves on the backs of the flying fish before coming to rest again on the hot sand. They built sandcastles and they lay beneath a coconut tree eating ice cream, and the memory of their gray, grumpy day had completely washed away, and they were perfectly happy until... Ouch! Cried Bob. A little crab had scuttled across the beach. That crab pinched my toe! That wasn't very nice. Oh no. Well, look, it even says it right there. Get your own no faces on. Oh no! Suddenly, lots of little crabs were scurrying out of the sea and heading straight towards Granddude and the children. Hey, Granddude, said Em, could we go somewhere a little less pinchy? Yes, I think we better hop to it, said Granddude, and he quickly waved the magic compass over another postcard. This one had a picture of a cowboy. See the compass needle spin, let the magic fun begin. The magic flashed and sparkled, and once again... Zing, bang, sizzle. Everything changed. Granddude and the children found themselves in a desert valley with spiky green cactuses. A cowboy galloped towards them on a beautiful spotted pony. Hey, Granddude, called the cowboy, waving his hat in the air. Wow, what a handsome Appaloosa, said Granddude, admiring the horse. Appy Lucy, said Em. No, said Lucy. It's the kind of a horse. It has nothing to do with me. Granddude gave a whistle, and 5 more horses came galloping up. He helped each of the children onto a horse, and they raced together through the valley. Whee! Cried Bob. Faster! Yelled Lucy. But what was that cloud of dust on the horizon? Get your own faces ready. Oh no! A herd of wild buffaloes were racing towards them. Straight at them, the canyon echoed with the sound of 100 hooves, and before they could ride to safety, Tom's horse reared, and he tumbled to the ground. Hold on, Tom, shouted Granddude, and he snatched a rope from the cowboy's saddle. With a twirl, he lassoed Tom and hauled him onto his horse. Ride, chillers, called Granddude, as fast as you can. They cleared the stampede just in time. Hey, Granddude, panted Tom, perhaps we could go someplace a little less stampy? Yes, good idea, said Granddude, and I think we need to cool down. Once again, he whipped out the magic compass and waved it over a postcard. See the compass needle spin, let the magic fun begin. And before the children could see the picture, magic sparkled and flashed, and in the blink of an eye, zing, bang, sizzle, everything changed. He brought his guitar along. He likes to sing to his grandchildren, like another grandpa we know. The children laughed as they rolled in sweet-smelling wildflowers that seemed to stretch forever. Granddude pulled out his trusty guitar and began strumming a song. Hey, Granddude, mooed some friendly cows, their bells twinkling along to the tune. Granddude drew a small telescope from his pocket, and they took turns looking at the snow-capped peaks. But soon they heard a rumbling sound. Got your oh-no faces ready? Oh, no! Hey, Granddude, look! Yelled Lucy. As she peered through the telescope, a huge wall of snow was sliding towards them from the mountain above. Avalanche! Quick, Chiller, said Granddude. Jump! Just before the wave of snow reached them, Granddude and the children leaped up onto one of the cows. Up, cow, up! Granddude cried. Magic swirled from the compass, lifting them all higher and higher off the ground, safely sailing them through the sky with a sea of snow rushing beneath them. Swish cows are exceptionally good flyers, said Granddude. Now, riding a cow is a lot of fun, but it had been a very long day. Hey, Granddude, Lucy said with a yawn. Maybe we could go someplace a little more sleepy, said Granddude with a chuckle. That sounds like a very good idea. And this time, instead of a postcard, Granddude pulled out a photograph of his own house from his pocket. The magic compass, one more spin. It's time for bedtime to begin. And he waved his compass over it, making the magic sparkle and spin. And just like that, zing, bang, sizzle, there they were, back in Granddude's living room. And with a final flash of magic, the children were changed and ready for bed. Their teeth were brushed, their faces were washed, and they were all tucked up tight. And in 5 minutes flat, Lucy and Em and Tom and Bob were fast asleep. Dreaming of their next adventures. See the compass needle spin, let the magic fun begin. Good night, Granddude. Granddude by Paul McCartney.